Jalen, since you were the guy with the court vision on the final sequence, just take us through what you saw after the stop and what eventually led to Wendell's game-winning dunk.
I just trying to get it, start to get it up the floor, see if we caught timeout or not. He let us rock. They did a good job flowing into the drag instead of just stalling out and letting the ISO play. Got a good hit, which led to the big stepping up, and he was wide open. So, yeah, I thought about shooting it. Good roll and good finish by Dell. So I think he made the play on that one, to be honest. All I had to do was facilitate it.
Wendell, similar question. What did you see when the ball came towards you and turned for the dunk? And then how important was it to get that stop after that?
Yeah, it started with the stop. You know, we did a really good job of, you know, baiting them into a tough two. Got a good box out. And I knew Gafford was behind me on the way down the court, so I thought it would have been a good idea to go into a quick drag, to put him in no man's land. And then, like Jay said, he just found me on the roll, and I finished the play.
What was talked about in that timeout after Wendell's dunk, and you guys had to get one more stop like that?
Yeah, just to lock in, be key on our midnights, make sure that we are contact switching, and don't give up no easy baskets at the rim. I think everybody did a pretty good job in their switches. Tristan did a good job. Was over in his first one. There was some indecision. They slipped out of the one with me and Dez. He did a good job staying there and forced a turnover. So I think that was executed pretty well, just in terms of one more stop. But yeah, everybody did a solid job on that last possession. That's all we're talking about, though.
You guys saw over the last 2 years how important every game is at this time of year, and how one game can be the difference between, you know, home court advantage or being in the play-in in a lot of ways. Down by 4 with 40 seconds ago, what was talked about in that huddle before Jalen's three, and how important was it to kind of squeeze every second of this game to try and get the win?
Yeah, we've been here plenty of times around this time of the season. You know, one game can decide, you know, play in or play guaranteed playoff spot. So it's important for us to take care of as many games as possible, especially going forward. You know, right now I think it's like 1 or 1.5 games from being out of the play-in altogether. So I think we just gotta continue to just stack our wins. No matter who we're going against, these are NBA guys, night in and night out. You're not to pay attention to anyone's record. Obviously, like tonight, you know, we only won by 1 point. So I think, you know, coming out of that timeout, it was about finding a way to win that game. So that's kind of what happened.
What does it say about this team's resolve to make that kind of? I mean, it was 4 possessions, two baskets, 2 stops. But what does it say about this team's resolve to find it there?
Go ahead, bro. I'm going back and forth.
I wanted him to answer. Yeah, man, it's great. Like you said, everybody wants to win in here. Everyone wants to do their job, play great for the next man, and like I said, so that we can stack up wins. And never gonna play perfect, but I think just staying locked in. Like, again, since I've been here, we would struggle at the end of games. You know, 3rd and 4th quarters, give up leads, and you know that's where we'd lose the game. I think right now, you know, we're not starting how we would love to, but I think our 3rd quarters have really stepped up and been pretty solid. And then once we get to the 4th, we've been pretty decent in terms of locking it in, starting to shut teams down and get pretty solid looks. So I think for everybody, just staying confident, staying with the process, understanding what time of year it is. It's going to be that much more physical. The games are going to be that much more heightened. The details are going to matter just a little bit more. So I think good job from everybody. Noah came in and played great minutes, a lot of good boards, some great defense. Like I said, Silky was elite tonight, and that's what it is. You know, it ain't always you, but, you know, can you cheer and pick up the next man to go help us win a game? And I think everybody did that for the most part.
How important is it to keep a level head when you're in these sort of situations, coming off a game winner, or coming off of that 3 and then going into the game winner, to keep a level head as you're trying to defend against that last second?
I mean, that's what you kind of live for. You live to be in those moments. You know, just, you know, we Yeah, like I said, we just love to be in those moments. That's something that we all lived for, we dreamed of as we was kids. So, to be out there, crunch time, um, we got open shots, we made them. Now we move on to the next game. So we don't want to dwell on it. Like, it was a good win, good game-winning bucket, but there's a lot of things that we can still clean up. So we're not even in that position. So.
And Jalen, how happy are you for Wendell, who has been dubbed the unsung hero of this team, one of the most versatile centers in the league, and he's asked to do the dirty work for this team? How cool is it to just have that moment and be a part of that moment with Wendell?
Yeah, very dope. He was so explosive after he made the bucket and running back. He was jubilant, if you will. Yeah, there it is. Thank you. Nah, man, this my brother. He's helped me down since I first come into the league, man. He's helped me grow. For us, it's bigger than basketball. Outside of the lines is where our relationship truly resides and where the value lies. So, like I said, when we come in here and play, I try to do my best to keep him in a good mind state, keep him smiling and laughing, and he does the same for me. And I just think it's very important as these years go on, man, and they're long. You're going to win some, you're going to lose some, you're going to play great, you're going to have really rough stretches. It's just the way that the NBA goes. But, we laugh, we talk about life, we're helping each other grow, and I think that's really all that matters. So to see him get buckets, playing well, and obviously, like you're talking about, just get that end of the game moment. Not only the bucket, the box out really was huge. Actually, we needed that so that we could go score on the other end. Yeah, it's elite. He does a lot of things for us that don't get talked about. And Cole, he shot 6 shots. You know what I'm saying? You can complain, you can ask for more. It just comes in and works, and it's part of our identity. It is how elite and forceful he is. So, yeah. Nice job, Delius.
Appreciate it, brother.
Wendell. What the Wendell? I'm trolling, bro. I got to get out of here, bro. Are we good? We got one more?
Hi, Jalen. I'm Gabriel from Puerto Rico. I want to know what was your mentality during your last shot, and second, how you feel during this time of the season and road to the playoffs.
Yeah, like I said, it's a fun time of year to hoop. It's the most competitive time of year. You can start getting everybody's best shot. And you're dealing with every team who's been playing a full season up to this point. It doesn't want to let all that go to waste and just chalk it up to another season. So, like I said, like he said, these are the moments you live for. Honestly, this is the time of year where you really want to play. This is what all the summer work is for, so that when you get in these last couple months and you're headed in playoff time, you feel confident about who you are, what you can do, what you can bring to a team. So, like I said, it's a fun time to hoop, man. The big shots are going to be had. Big plays are going to be made. There's going to be a ton more physical basketball and a ton more laughter and fun to be had. So I'm really just looking forward to this home stretch with our brothers and, like I said, having the city come together for another playoff run.
For either of you guys have been here for the entirety of Tristan's NBA journey. He's been asked to do a lot in various roles, and then he comes out with a performance like tonight. How happy are you guys for him, and how would you describe his growth these last 2 seasons?
He's one of those guys, probably one of the hardest workers on his team. He's in before practice, he's in after practice, getting up plenty of shots. He's a pro's pro. He does all the little things, takes care of his body. From going to sleep at night, I'm sure, at a good time to, just working hard. He's one of those guys that, when he has nights like tonight, you're happy for him. We're seeing that hard work pay off, and he's just getting started. This is early years in the NBA. I know he's got so many more layers to him as a person, and then just his game that he's going to add as he keeps going. But it's always amazing to see a guy like that who puts countless hours into the craft to come out and have a game. Oh, he ain't miss a shot? Oh, I didn't know that. Yeah, that's crazy.
Just to kind of add to that, 45 bench points and 19 of them coming from Tristan da Silva. What can you say about his confidence and efficiency as well, and to have that kind of boost come from your bench unit as well?
Yeah, he's one of those guys, like I was saying, that can change a game. you know, offensively, you know, he's so gifted. You know, when he's getting open looks, we almost anticipate him making all his shots like tonight. So, yeah, and he just plays the right way. He plays to win. You know, he got his open shots tonight, but sometimes he's just facilitating, coming off pick and rolls, DHOs, whether it's throwing lobs, kicking out to other other 3-point shooters. So you know, he just plays the right way. And tonight he had the hot hand, so that's something that we can expect from him when he gets open looks.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, guys. Good job, man.